Welcome on to the Division 2 video. Today we are going to look at Game 2 between WF-720 and ColonelKoenig from the October monthly tournament in the FOP HQ Discord. If you haven't seen Game 1, go check it out. Absolutely fantastic game. Really nice gameplay there from both players, and I do not expect anything less from this one, really. Before we head into the decks now, however, I do want to do a quick announcement, a quick update on the channel, not much. And it won't take long, don't worry. So there will be a name change. I've talked about this a couple of times already, but now the decision is made. The channel will be renamed at some point next week into Commander Owl, and the logo will be this little owl right here that you should see now, and it will eventually receive an officer's hand, but might not happen right at the start. The guy who draws it for me might need some extra time to finish it. So that's one thing. Just wanted to let you know so that you're not surprised when you see that you subscribe to the channel that you don't remember subscribing to. Then another thing is there will be additional content coming. It's not going to be anything spectacular, but I've made these polls and some people said that they would like to see some of my own gameplay as well. There's some more things that people voted for, and that will be coming eventually, but that's going to take a little bit longer. This one is just one that is easy to do, and it will be on top of the usual content. So I will do the cast as always, and then I will just add some of my own gameplay with bare minimum of editing, so just cutting it, and this is probably going to be maybe not even a thumbnail, just slapping it out there so that it's not a lot of extra work, because otherwise might be a little bit too much. So the first one will come out this weekend, I think. You can watch that if you want. The content will These gameplays will usually be either me playing tournament games or me taking a run at playing every division in the game. This is an idea that I stole from Vampiro, and I hope that it will eventually help me become a better player, because I have to get out of my comfort zone. This is kind of the idea behind that. So one of these two things it will be, as I said, bare minimum of editing. If people enjoy watching it, I will continue uploading it, and if not, I will eventually stop it. But yeah, this is it for now. So with that, let's now head into the decks. And we start off with 4th Alpina, an interesting division that we don't see all that often. It has some significant weaknesses. It has some nice strengths as well, though, and I think the Streets is one of the maps where it can actually work. So it is great at CQC with the Pioneery, and you have a good mix of light armor that can be really, really effective. But of course, you struggle because you don't have anything medium. Like the P26 is classified as medium tank, but it really isn't great. You have nothing really medium in terms of your tanks, and you have struggle with killing tanks, and you have weak AA, which can be a huge pain in some matchups and maps. But anyway, Recon tab, we see all the light armor in B phase, and I guess the reason for this is that he comes in with radio. He doesn't have a leader with radio, and he has radio modes in B phase, so I assume that this is the reason why. And you have light armor in a tank tab, so you don't necessarily need in A phase. I'm surprised not to see the radio recon though. It doesn't cost any more than this one, and yes, usually where the recon is not where you need to radio, but if you have it, might as well just take it, so that you have the opportunity and the flexibility. Infantry tab, it's of course all the Alpini are all just 20-point single machine gun units, which aren't great. They come in with an MG42, which is definitely nice, but still doesn't make them good in any way. You have the Pioneer though, which are absolutely fantastic. Great unit. It comes in with a flamethrower and a TNT, and then you have some submachine guns on top of it, which makes this just an absolute beast that will beat pretty much anything in the game. I'm a bit surprised. I guess I get the concept of getting more cards in A phase or general more cards because it's 20 points. Infantry, it's quite spammy and it's quite bad, and you need more of it. But I think B and C phase is still going to be a stretch with the cards that we see there. So to me, this feels more like a Maverick or Vanguard division anyway. But I mean, it's Koenig. I guess it has to work some way. We do see the leader without the radio, which is once again why I think the radio recon comes in B phase. This one gives you one more unit, which is, I guess, the reason why I took that one over the ones that have radio. Tank tab, all light armor, of course. Support tab, nothing special there. AT tab, this is what he really needs to be able to deal with Shermans at all. He brings lots of Panzerschrecks, which will be super valuable in the town, and then of course 75 mils. I'm surprised to see one in C phase and not in B phase. I think this is a little bit of a stretch. Yes, you can kind of supplement with the 90 mil in B phase, but the 9 mil is so expensive. So I don't know. I personally probably prefer A and B phase, but I guess Koenig has thought this through very, very well. AA tab is of course the weakness of this division. You only have 20 mils, and you get the 90 mils, but 90 mils, they're not bad, but they are expensive. And of course, once they're killed, there's nothing there because 20 mils just don't do enough. Artillery, we do see off-map plane, which I think is risky in A phase when there's not enough AA to protect it, because then the fighter can just come and shoot it down. Mortars, in B phase, they have radio, so that makes them really, really strong. I'm surprised not to see the OPJ. I always felt like it was a great artillery piece. So maybe, I know, Koenig, maybe you can comment on this, why the mortar over the OPJ. Maybe it's not that good actually. I don't know. AirTab, Ju-87s are going to be absolutely necessary, as it is the only mobile tool that can actually deal with Shermans. So I have to imagine they're going to be quite important. Fighter, Recon, Spaviero. I'm surprised to see this Spaviero though. I feel like it has a light bomb loadout, so it will not really kill consistently. So I know, Koenig, can you elaborate what's the thought process in that one? I'm curious to hear. But yeah, anyway, great deck, and let's hop over to the next one then. And on the other side, we do have 3rd Canadian. Definitely a decently strong division, and one that I think can work on this map quite nice as well. It's a town map, so Sherman should do nice there. CQC, there's plenty of units, but he will probably struggle because the units are not really good. You can still try to overwhelm the Pioneer though, which might work actually. So yeah, Recon tab. We do see snipers in A and B phase. B phase coming in with 2-inch carriers, which I always love to see, and then some Stughounds. Not a huge fan of not having them without veterancy, but anyway. Into tab, I think is pretty much how I built mine actually, except for the leader. So we do have Assault and Stormtroopers in A phase, so plenty of CQC there, and then some rifles P at B phase is a little bit of a stretch with only having one card of Kangaroo rifles and nothing cheaper, because yeah, 40 points is expensive. Kangaroo rifles, of course, being the special unit of this division. It's a triple Bren squad, and it comes in the Kangaroo as a transport, which comes in with 50 cal, so nothing to complain there. And then in C phase, you do have Rifle Spear and Kangaroo rifles. He brings the Engineer Leader, though. Not really agree with that one. It doesn't have radio, and he brings a lot of artillery, so you probably want to radio there. Tank tab, all Shermans and some Stewards. He doesn't bring the Firefly, which absolutely makes sense because there's just no need for that here. Steward, of course, the only thing that Koenig's armor can really kill. Support tab, nice with Vickers supplies and Pre-CDs. Pre-CDs are fantastic. Get lots of them. They're quite cheap, and they're a nice little unit there. He brings AVRE, which you usually don't see, but I guess here he can actually work with. You have a lot of areas where he can actually work with that 500 meter range, and it should be really, really hard to kill for Koenig as long as the AVRE stays out of just doesn't get too close to Panzerschreck, and make sure that it stays within this 500 meter range where he can actually fight back to a 75 mil. AT tab, very light and not much needed other than 6 pounders, of course. Everything else, it would be an overkill and just not really necessary. AA tab, both is going to do fine, although I don't really agree with not bringing them without any veterancy in B phase. I think, especially since we have to expect some air spam, I think the single vet at least would do really, really nice and might be super important there. Artillery tab, bit of an overkill, I feel like, with Priest in A, B, and C phase, but you know, definitely something that you can do. And then we do see some off map and a leader. Air tab, Spitfire, Mosquito should do fairly well against the AA lacking division that Koenig plays. These are fast, they have decent bomb loadouts, and then of course the 15-point recon plate is always nice to have as well. So I do like the fact that he also really changed the deck according to the map and matchup. It's something that Koenig commented under a recent video, that, you know, often it feels like players just take the deck that they would usually play and don't change anything, and it really goes a long way if you adjust your deck to the specific map and matchup. Because right now here, like, usually you would see 17 pounders, Wolverines, you would see Fireflies, and all of these are not really necessary, so you have other things that you can bring that will help you more, and this can really help you a lot. So nice to see that. And we are back. So let's, as always, quickly check out the deployments. Now this is I haven't really learned from the first time this happened to me. I ran out of storage space midway through recording once again, so I have to do it second time. Down south, Koenig goes in relatively aggressively. We see lots of infantry, some support weapons and armor there as well. Of course, he's rather slow, so I guess the flamethrowers should be the only thing that arrives there in time. And then on the other side, you see WF responding, not too aggressive though. We see an early pre-CD in which can cover this open ground off quite nicely. In the center, he goes for a push, which is something that you rarely see from red side. Usually you would see blue side sometimes trying to get one of these flag or both of them, just, you know, temporarily. It's not usually a long-lasting push. But you do see it every now and then. It's just some support weapons and a Staghound should get in here for sure. Not sure about that one. And then we do see him deploy relatively conservatively in the town. Of course, the Sherman is somewhat of a brick wall here. Koenig, on the other hand, deploys into this forest patch here more defensively, and then also very lightly in the town. So it looks like the major fighting is not going to happen in this central town there. And then up north, of course, we do see a major push by WF, but it's mostly just CQC infantry, which is odd. It has its use in the town, but still interesting for sure. And then we do see an AVRE, which I definitely love to see, because I mean here it can do quite a lot of damage, and as long as it stays clear of the Panzerschrecks that we do see here, I should be able to do well. Yeah, Koenig, we've already mentioned it, brings some Panzerschrecks, which he's absolutely going to need against the armor in this area, because otherwise there's just not much he can do. And then lots of infantry, lots of pioneery, and some light armor to support that. So yeah, definitely interesting deployment. Let's start and watch now. So I have to say, Koenig is of course at a little bit of a disadvantage here. First of all, blue side is the worst of the two sides to start to begin with, and then in addition to that, for 4th Alpina, I would say that the red side is actually better, because you can, like, not necessarily to go for this flag, which is the most reasonable flag to push for blue side, but he just can lean a little bit more into the forests from the red side, I feel like, because he can, like, if he can take this town, he can take up positions in these forests here, pressure this flag, this one. This flag is easy, or would work nice for Koenig. Staghound might pick up a kill here. Yeah, down he goes. And yeah, but on blue side, he can kind of try to get into this patch here, which once it works, is really annoying for red side to get back into, and really hard. But if it doesn't really work, can be rough. Staghound should win against the auto blinder. Well, not with the help of the 65 mil. No, goes down with the help of the flamethrower as well. Up north, some units die, but most of them do get in. Auto blinder will absolutely shred the Assault Pioneer. The nice thing about having these in A-phase, they do affect the front line, so you can push really, really nicely and grab some flags just with those. We do see reinforcements in down south. Oh yeah, what I was about to finish before things started to get interesting was that, you know, blue can push this one, but it's a stretch. You can cover it off from this road here relatively nicely, and this opening up. In the center, Assault Pioneers did get in and should win against the Alpinian, the flamethrower. Like, if the Alpini keeps taking the fire, I guess the flamethrower can kill the Assault Pioneer. Yeah, okay, it did. But of course, the other one will then get involved and finish both these off. So Pioneer did get in, should easily win against the Engineer Leader. Rifle Spear takes out an Auto Blinder, and looks like this was this also an Auto Blinder, just died to the Priest DD? Or did it not? Did die to somebody? I thought there were two vehicles going down here, not sure. Pioneer could surrender the Rifle Spear, but Koenig apparently didn't notice. Stewards are in down south. We do see two Spavieros in right at the start. One of them just bombed. What did he bomb? Don't know what he bombed. Something. There's some crater, and it's just one crater. Oh, yeah, we missed that, unfortunately. But something was killed here by this Panzerschreck, if I remember correctly, from the first one. Ooh, sniper spots some Alpini. Might get killed by this one though. Oh no, this is the recon transport thingy, not the 20 mil recon car. Alpini, not the greatest tool in the force, especially against a stormtrooper. Now, once again, Pioneer can absolutely shred, but the rest of his infantry will be suffering. 6-pounder being called in to cover off the open makes sense. Stewart just sitting here, not really doing anything. We do see a tank buster now coming in. This will be an issue, because there's no AA. Yeah, down the Sherman goes. WF is on a, or WF has brought it back to 12 health, but this is only momentarily, since he miraculously grabbed this flag. But this will fall. And oh, but Koenig lost a brief lead that he had somewhere, so it's back to 12 health once again. Stormtroopers are in. Is he? No, he's not ground attacking, so he should lose against Pioneer. Pioneer is 2-on-1. Yeah, will lose. So Koenig in retreat now. The P-26 will have an easy job dealing with the Stuarts though. 65mm can kill the rifles, Piat. This is not the place to push now. Sniper Scout was put in return fire and looks like Koenig has not yet tried to engage it. We do see both is in now, yeah. I mean, there were 2 Spavieros and a, what's it called? A Ju-87 tank passer already in, so it absolutely makes sense that both comes now. Oh, Piat's gonna drive too close to the Panzerschreck. I think it wasn't even killed by the Panzerschreck, was it? No, Panzerschreck is reloading, so it was killed by the Panzerschreck. I mean, even if it wasn't, like, there's too much here. You can't just drive in like that. And Koenig picks up a 1311 with grabbing this flag and the one down south. It's a really nice push there. This flag, though, still under control from WF. Koenig not trying to re-grab this just yet. Surprised by that, to be honest. I would feel like if, you know, send a Spaviero, kill this off, maybe follow up with an Alpinian or Pionieri, and then you're good to go. Second against 2 autoplaners should not win. Yeah, I was about to say. Flamethrower is spotted by the rifle's Piat and should get hit. Some reinforcements are slowly pouring in. Down south, not much happening. So yeah, WF has pushed Koenig back, but he hasn't actually secured the flag, which is a major mistake. Surprised we haven't seen any Spitfires on his side. I mean, I guess he was pressured too hard to actually afford to buy them. But, I mean, now he can still bully Koenig with his Air Force. With the 90 mils coming in B phase, this is gonna be a little bit harder. And if you play 4th Alpina balanced, you know, like, you kind of have to bring the 90 mils in B phase. Sherman goes down to the Panzerschreck. Really nice there. Ju-87, I guess, was called in to kill off that Sherman and is now retreated. ME-410 coming in to provide some recon. We'll let Koenig know that there's not much here actually. And Stewart and Steichen are moving in once again. I mean, by now this is actually the tool that he needs, right? He can deal with the autoplaners. Like 2-on-1 they should win. Nothing here other than the Panzerschreck can really kill him. Panzerschreck will go down, looks like. Ah, now it goes. Now we see a bomber strike here. Kinda misses though. Suppresses one, doesn't really damage it all that hard, and the other one is still alive. Flag swings back though, but only for the time being. It will go back very, very soon. There's not much here to defend though. Stewart is the only thing that's left here. And 2-on-1 it might lose as well. Should kill one. I think now it should win. Oh, Koenig notices. He's on his micro and moves the autoplaner around. Do you see an early Priest 105 in, softening up this blob here? The Priest CD is ground attacking, but there's nothing here at the edge actually. We do see the leader marked. I'm not so sure if he wanted to mark the Panzerschreck or if he wanted to mark the leader. Because I wonder what would have spotted the leader. Like this one, the Steward probably not. Neither with this one. There's nothing here other than that. So I have to imagine he thinks that the Panzerschreck's there. Oh, now we do see a Spitfire in. Is it more on target? Yeah, that one will definitely hit. Do you see an off-map coming in? Yeah, this is a risky decision. Yeah, and Koenig is punished for it. You cannot really bring this forward if it's not protected, especially if your opponent brings in planes. I don't know, maybe he sent it in before the Spitfire came. I'm not sure. I haven't actually noticed. But yeah, this is a risky decision. Off-map still will get down, but Koenig has nothing to follow. Sorry, Koenig has nothing to follow it up. Back to 12-12. This flag still secure, but only with a Pionieri. So one bombing run and then moving in with the rifle's Piat will be able to kill out. This rifle Piat could just move down here and kill the autoplaner, but it looks like WF hasn't noticed. Which is weird, because like this, like at the very latest now, he should notice with these 2 Piats here that something has to be here. Even before with the Steward here, like he has to know it's not just something here that exerts this pressure. It has to be a little bit closer. Map goes down. Ju-87 coming in for the pre-CD and the Steward. I don't think it should get both in one run. Can't turn that fast, can it? No, it cannot. And Koenig calls it back. I mean, yeah, he has to be a little bit more careful now. He knows that the Spitfire is there. He knows that WF might be able to buy another one, and then so if you wanna, you don't want to stick around longer than you really had to. But we did go for another bombing run here. Once again, didn't do enough damage really. The Alpini is moving in, might be able to surrender it. RWF is falling back now. So I guess this flag for the foreseeable future secured for Koenig. Autoplane is still just hanging out there, and Fiat not really doing much. AVRE moving in. Actually, I've missed what killed the first one, but there's a pack 40 or in here. It's just kind of honest. I don't know, can't say numbers. But yeah, 75 mil with the APCR will find the kill on the AVRE. Yeah, you can't really count in Italian, sorry. Maybe 1 to 10, and that's probably about it. Because finding the Alpini should win. Yeah, then South things are stale still. Koenig doesn't really have the numbers to push in, and it looks like WF has re-grabbed his flag and is kind of happy to just sit there. Although he has brought in another rifle Piat and an engineer leader. I guess with how low in health these are, that makes sense. And we do see both is in down south as well. Priest 105 just sitting there. Don't agree with that. You should really be using the artillery non-stop if you have it. We do see the first radio mortar now coming in with ammo right away. Okay. Oh, the ammo is probably going to fix the P26, I have to imagine. And then we do see some infantry coming in for this right here. So the autoplaner has just managed to push through. It looks like the steward died, and it can now pressure the Bofors, which is really, really bad. Scouts here on the run too. Yeah, this is the issue. Like, it would have been hard for... Like, WF had basically nothing here. And Koenig has noticed and is just marching through. If the Bofors dies, this is a disaster, because that means that Koenig can do whatever he wants with his air force now once again. 105 is now open up on this blob here. Although if all of this is on the move, not sure how much it's going to do. Bofors goes down, Autoblinder's still alive. Yeah, I also don't really agree with pushing through with the Kangaroos. I guess they can suppress the Autoblinder if they continue like that. One Staghound coming in, yeah, he needs more than that. I think a Sherman would be in order. But yeah, I mean, this would actually be such a good spot for some rifles, Piat, right? Because, like, Koenig cannot really get in nice and close with his auto-blinders, and the Alpini, I think, should lose. I mean, the rate of fire of the MG42 is better, but I don't know. I think the rifles Piat should still win, shouldn't they? So yeah, because for some reason it always feels like two machine guns are better than one, even though the rate of fire in total is not different. But yeah, if you had some had some rifles Piat, this would be very, very hard for Koenig to do, almost impossible. And he missed the opportunity to kill that auto blinder here. Like, he had the units there. He could see that it had to be there, but he kind of failed to do anything. Kangaroo rifles just driving forward. Kangaroo should get the Piat off, killed one of the auto blinder. Now on the fire here, needs to be careful with the Kangaroo, because of course the Panzerschreck is here and the Kangaroo can be killed off by the auto blinder. Down south, Stormtroopers moving forward, the rest just hanging there. Koenig looks like is preparing to put some defenses down. Another Spaviero coming in, going after the Kangaroo and the rifles. The bone loader isn't great. I feel like it's not gonna kill it, but I might be wrong. Panzerschreck reinforcing this town here. Koenig now has crossed into this and has a nice force there. Let's see. Yeah, no, it doesn't kill either of those. Suppress them though, so I guess that might be enough. Especially if the autoblinder can move through and surrender them. Which it doesn't. But yeah, up north, WF is pushing back in with some engineers and Kangaroo rifles. And if you find the right range, the Kangaroo rifles can actually do a lot of work there. Sparviero will stop that though. There's once again, oh, there's a Bofors coming, but it's a little bit too late. Mosquito now coming in. We're bombing around. Koenig has 120 mil. It's not a whole lot. He could actually chase the Sparviero with the Mosquito, I think. Like, it has 20 mils. He can shoot it down. Is it going for it? No, it isn't. And it's now forced off by the 20 mils. We do see 90 million now, so this is definitely gonna stop any chasing that WF was planning, maybe with his Spitfires. Radio mortar now in, going after this blob of infantry there, all suppressed by the Spaviero. So maybe that was the point of the Spaviero. He knew that all he needs to do is suppress. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just prefer having the potential to kill. And you know, if you send big bombs into here, they will kill some units, or at least hurt them quite a bit, and it will still do all the suppression. So yeah, I'm still not 100% agree. I know that the availability makes a difference. Like I know that if you want to bring in a Mayface, the other one, the good one, that you don't get that many of them. So maybe that's the reason. This flag now recaptured by the Kangaroo rifles. I'm surprised. Oh, speaking of which, there it comes. I'm surprised that we haven't seen more Shermans, is what I was gonna say. That being said, we do have Panzerschrecks in key positions right here. Might hurt quite a bit. Kangaroo is spotted by the auto blinder. Sniper spotted as well. Oh, this one's still alive though. Down south, we do see Koenig doing nothing. Has he forgot about those? Not sure. Koenig moving forward in the tunnel with some Alpini and an MG42. More Alpini moving in. We do see a leader being called in. Nice to see that. WF still working on establishing himself back in this forest here though. So he's slowly trying to find a way back in. Oh, Stewart and Kangaroo in a dangerous spot here. Because they are in Panzerschreck range. They're not in line of sight yet. But they are absolutely in range. Auto blinder spots. I don't know what. Stewart, too close to Alpini. Alpini have a... Oh no, they only have... Some of them have Panzerfaust, I think, but these one only have the grenade, but they can still do it. Stewart kills the auto blinder, is suppressed by the mortar though. Radio motor doing its work. We have two 20mm recon cars here, and they will provide some radio coverage. Yeah, look at that. It's like... everything up to here should be covered for Koenig. And south we do see another Alpini moving in. And another 65. Oh, okay, so we do see some preparations in the open here. Problem is this Sherman here, there's nothing really here that can kill that. The P26 might be able to pen it at some point, but the Sherman should pen the P26 more consistently than the P26 should pen the Sherman. 90mm on the other hand can easily take out that Sherman. Up north, Koenig, yeah, he's slowly but surely put down some defenses here. WF has the force under control though, as of now. Mortar now going after the Bofors, makes sense. This flag, cheekily grabbed by Koenig, should be prevented by WF. Shouldn't be hard to do that. You can just move this Kangaroo around a little bit. That will do that. Bofors, yeah, cannot stop two Spavieros. Cannot even stop one actually. Needs more veterancy. And the Spavieros will pen the Kangaroo rifles once again. Something just died. Oh, the Ju-87 killed the... Yeah, Ju-87 killed that Sherman, right? So, that's a bad loss, because that was kind of holding the opening. Not really necessary, though, in my opinion, because the 90mm was here. Like, the 90mm was coming. I cannot stop the Spitfire, though. Spitfire goes for a bombing strike on the Pioneer. Flips this flag back to WF. Now he can move forward with the Engineer and surrender it. Gets spotted out by the P26, though. Still gets the surrender. Kangaroo moving forward has to be careful because of the P26 and the Alpini. Of course, he cannot just drive through. Well, he can, but he will die for it. Down he goes. Now we do see a fresh push here in the center by Koenig with the 65mm and the MG42 and some Alpini moving forward. I haven't really realized that this was happening, but it looks like the recon here was cleared out, and this flag all of a sudden lost. Pre-CD can cover off the open. The problem here is that it's kind of hard to find a spot where it can really outrange the 75mm. Like here is maybe the spot, but if it moves a little bit like over here, it will already be difficult once again. It's this is the issue of this open. What you can do, WF, is put something in here and cover it off like that. Like a machine gun somewhere like here. Or just any unit really to exert some pressure, because otherwise this flag will fall probably at some point as well. In the town, WF fighting his way back in, but up north Koenig has already re-grabbed this flag with some of his Pioneer. Mortar is now once again going after the Bofors. Mosquito going in should get through, I think. Yeah, it does. It will kill these off. Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely. And it goes flag back to WF, but he's lost this. He has still lost these two flags right here. Looks like Koenig is already preparing for another push down south. So Koenig showing some nice aggression here. He knows that he he needs to keep WF under pressure constantly, and WF is, he has to respond everywhere. But as soon as he sends a somewhat bigger response at somewhere on the map, Koenig is already pushing somewhere else once again. Like Koenig has constantly been poking here. He has then he went into pushing the town. While he was pushing here, he re-grabbed this flag. Now he's prepared to push in the open. He's re-grabbing that one. One priest TD. Looks like it went down. The other one might get killed. Yeah, down he goes. Might take it with it. No, doesn't. Fails to kill it. Sniper and Vickers here. Problem is 65 mil has HE and he can do a lot of support work there. It looks like he's already preparing another fresh push down south. So he's really just cycling through the map, constantly looking for a place to push, and definitely keeping WF on his toes. And this is kind of how you have to do it, right? If you make sure that your opponent is always busy somewhere, he cannot really. It's going to be hard to really establish a push. Now you can, of course, if you already have a successful push going on your own, then you can have you both take turn pushing somewhere. But if and we see this here, if you're on a back foot right from the start, if your opponent keeps pressuring you somewhere or at multiple places uh, throughout the whole game, then you can never. It's really hard to recover from that then, because you can only ever react. You always have a gap to fill, and I mean he has to bring in lots of AA now to cover it off, and I still don't agree with the no veterancy. I think like 2 at single vet here would do so well. Let's see if he focuses on the Cherry-87 because I think this is the bigger issue than Espaviero. He does not. So J87 kills a 2-inch carry, kills a kangaroo. Maybe one of these killed a 2-inch carry, not sure. Spitfire was brought in to intercept, but was forced off by the 90mm. Bombs go off. This one's suppressed. This one's pinned. Yeah, it's just very bad. And once again, I feel like this would have been preventable to some extent with with single vet Bofus. If needed, put a leader next to them to make them better. And and he needs to focus at J87 because the Shermans are what Koenig will really struggle with against. Like Koenig has no tool other than 75mm and the Panzerschrecks on the ground that can actually kill the Shermans. So he really relies on these planes, and once they're dead, WF should be able to push back much more effectively. Both flags now lost as the machine gun here was killed off once again. Yeah, he just needs to put something there. I think, yeah, the rifle speed is going there now. So, because this should, prevent flipping should prevent this flag from flipping, and then you can go from there. Pre-CD moving in now. Should do a lot of support work there. Koenig is forcing his way back in down south. Alpini losing against it. No, should win actually against Rifle Spit. Well, not with the help of the Steward though. What does this see actually? Not much. Not sure what's the plan here. Spaviero will pin all of this, so at least make sure that Koenig cannot really counter push. Bofus is in. Can't stop it though. I mean, yeah, single vet, it still can't stop the Spaviero, but at least, 2 here at single vet could have done it, I think. And it definitely could have killed the J87. 3 Bofus in now, so Koenig's airplay has made WF invest heavily into his air force. So there's 4 Bofus out right now, and then 1 we saw dying. So that's 5 Bofus. I think they're 90 points each. If I'm not mistaken, so that's 450 points invested into Bofus. And so far they haven't done anything, right? This is the other thing. Like Koenig has invested I think a bit less, or maybe similarly into his air force, but his air force has killed stuff. Or pinned it so that Koenig could move in. And WF's AA so far hasn't actually achieved anything. This flag secured, WF pushing back for this flag with his priest TDs. P26 against priest TD. No, it's going after the Alpini. Now it's spotted. This one's going after that thing there. Priest D hasn't spotted a P26. Might go down. Side damage. Yeah, now it's gonna be... It's turning. Yeah, but it's firing at its HE range. It can't even use the heat shell anyway because it's turned off, which I think is a major mistake. I don't really get why you would do that. Yeah, down it goes. I think maybe is it maybe that it doesn't shoot HE on a armored target if the heat shell isn't turned off? Is that maybe a thing? I'm not sure. I should know because I play for Canadian quite a lot, but uh, I never really use these against vehicles anyway. So mortars now all going after this Sherman here. I mean, they will eventually kill it, and then we have the off-mode that was called in and is going for this one now. Oh, look at that. We've kind of missed it, but Koenig has stacked up a lot of units on us. So we do see a lot of armor, we do see a lot of infantry, some Panzerschrecks as well. Spitfire coming for a bombing run, but can't stop everything here. The Kangaroo rifles, which are great, right here. And but even though it doesn't look like it, this is solid wood here. It's just bombed, but like the Kangaroo rifles will lose there, 100%. Pioneer will be too strong. Animal doing a lot of work. Off-map did go down. Did stop this push. Not sure if he killed something. It's now going after the next one. Mortars once again going after... Never mind, killing the Sherman. So nice kill there. Spitfire did get in, but... Yeah, I couldn't really do much. And look at that. The problem is... Like, yeah, I think a tank or something like that here to stop that would have been necessary. Problem is there's the 75mm here. That would have been needed to be killed off first. I don't think that WF has had any recon here, so you also couldn't spot some of these units sitting there, I think. Kangaroos in the right spot, you need them right here. You cannot fight here. Rifle speed against the Alpini will lose. It's 2 wounded and the Pioneer will get involved soon as well. Down they go. Kangaroo just sitting here, can't really do much. This priest can't really do much either, and now we do see another run here coming in with two Spavieros going after this forest blob there, and the Kangaroo and the priest D being targeted by JU7. I don't think you can kill both. I don't know, personally I would go after the priest D, because I mean, I feel like the Kangaroo you can easily kill off the Panzerschreck and your auto blends. The priest D, not so much. Oh, but Koenig made a mistake with his bombing run. His infantry was walking right into it, and now will go down. Stewart coming in, and another Bofors, because, yeah, I kind of missed that. I guess the autoplane and 20mm recon car took out the Bofors. That was a major mistake there by WF. He needs to be more careful with his AA. He's lost 2 AA pieces already, and he's getting ass-banned, so it's not going to get better if he keeps not noticing. Stewart gets killed by the P26. Priest here poking on some Alpini. Could move forward and ground attack this, or even that one. Doesn't need to ground attack the 75mm actually. Just move forward and kill it. Priest 105. I feel like it hasn't been used that often because it still has ammo. Kangaroo and Kangaroo rifle pushed into here, but then looks like another one pushed a little bit too deep. Yeah, with all the Alpini here and the 20mm with the AP shells, was never really gonna happen. Look at that, Spavier's already coming in to bomb this off. This is the problem if you push very deep with something like that. You kind of need something to follow it up. Down south, I mean back to 12-12, but WF is down a lot of tickets. And Koenig is establishing himself down south. Like, it does look like Koenig is planning to go anywhere anytime soon. Oh, Autoblinder might be able to pick up a kill here. Fails. Can kill the Kangaroo rifles though. More in the reinforcement going. Doesn't look like WF has noticed. So, oh, Sherman against P26. Sherman should win that. Autoplay tries to suppress by the 50 cals. It's just so disgusting. Like, it's so stupid that this is even a thing. Like, come on. This is actually, like... This is so stupid. J87 coming in for the Kangaroos are forced off by the Bofors though. Bofors is now going after the other one. It should focus on one. Might be able to kill it. Not sure if he can at single vet though. It's too far forward though. Once again, the 20 mil can pressure it. Now it's going after Pineri. I guess there's too many 50 cals now that will suppress this. But you will get a burst off. Wow, look at that. Look at that damage. And the MG42's out. Oh, Bofus goes down. This is big. This is big. That's the second AA piece that dies down south. WF is not careful enough with his AA. Mosquito and Spitfire will get through though, because there's like 320 mils in total here, and that's just not enough. So both of these planes, and needs to, yeah, I was about to say, needs to evac though. Plane's falling back, so that should be fine. Because of course these 20 mils can absolutely kill these planes. At least Spitfire with low resilience if it stays too long there. Definitely a bit damaged. Smoking. Survives though. Yeah, Sherman won the fight as expected. In here, WF still has reinforced it. Something just died here. Can't see what. Also can't see what killed it. 75 maybe killed a vehicle or something like that. Kangaroo rifles here. Found the machine gun. Wasn't there a commander at some point? Or was that a regular leader that is called Commandante or something like that? I thought I saw something. 27 was called in. Not sure if it hit anything. Yeah, both of us need to move up if they want to protect this effectively. And the Spavieros are back once again. Sherman here is still in... Oh no, it's actually... Okay, it's behind cover. I was about to say. It's still in danger spot because I think this can kill it as well. No, 60mm. Never mind. WF is kind of repeating the mistake from last time though. He's calling in units here in like small increments, and it's just never really enough. Like Koenig's forces here are slowly getting less and less, but I think it would be more effective to just wait and then push back, and then maybe you're actually able to follow up with a push in for this flag or that one at least. And currently the problem, yeah, this is not what you want to do. You don't know what's here, so you never really want to send a soft target in there before you follow up with an actual vehicle. Sherman is there though. Can save the day and re-grab this flag. This flag's still pressured by Koenig for free, and WF is not reacting. He's not sending anything there. You can just easily re-grab that. And he knows, he has to know that there's not much here, and that he can't be so close, because he has the Bofus here. So this is the only thing here, so he knows, you know, whatever's here has to be a little bit further back. Pineri against Rifles Piats in the woods is not what you want to fight. The Rifle Piat should lose every time of the day. Kangaroo Rifles in a cheeky little spot. Yeah, the armor can't really get to them, which is what WF needs right now. Off map now being carried by, targeted by Koenig, but the off map is already depleted, so it's not that big of a deal. Sherman, yeah, Piet was moved off once again. German has to be careful, cannot get too close to the Salpini. Spitfire going for the bombing run, misses unfortunately. Bombs might have been spread a little bit too much by the fire. Sherman here gets killed by the Ju-87. Should go down now, I hope to. No? Gets out? That's crazy. I mean, Koenig did a nice play here with sending in... Oh no, down he goes. So that's massive. Problem is, might be a little too late. 15-9 now for Koenig. But he did a nice play there with his ME410s or 210s. Can't remember what he was. The recon planes at least. Going in first so that they should take fire from the AA. And then while they make sure that, you know, the Ju-87 can always see the target, it also makes at the same time sure that the Bofus will focus the wrong target before WF realizes and specifically focus the Ju-87, and that allows the Ju-87 to get in. So really, really nice play there. Spitfire going in there once again. It was not really necessary because he had the Sherman going in there anyway. So I would have... And it still fails to hit the target, so... Nice macro there from Koenig though. He has been moving the Alpini as soon as he saw the Spitfire coming. Spitfire once again is not called back the second it, you know, has gotten the bombs off, so just taking some unnecessary fire. And once again we do see an unsupported push with Kangaroo Rifles. There's a Sherman here, but the Sherman should go first in this case, because he knows that there's a lot of light armor here. Oh, wait, what just killed that? Was it the Sherman? I didn't see it firing. I can't imagine a 50 cal would have killed that. Okay, so now he can move back actually. So now he can move in. But you have to go, is to go a long way. Like, it's to fight itself through this forest where he has to expect Koenig to have Pioneer. He only has one left, but WF doesn't know that. So he's probably going to do some bombing runs or sending some more engineers. And it's just going to take him quite a while to get back here. Oh, and because there's no AA here, everything here is going to get killed by J87 right again. I think they're going to claim 2 Shermans here as a victim. Yeah, now the Bofors is coming in, but now it's a little bit too late. In the town here, 1 Bofors died, so this is massive. Yeah, this Sherman died as well, and looks like both J87s are going to get out. But nice little push here by WF, grabbing this flag. Problem is, this one is very close to the force of Pioneer, can actually target that, and the radio motors are right on it as well. Actually, no, not on target. Yeah, that one is. That one's still going after the off map. Not so sure what's the point in doing that, but Koenig knows, I have to imagine. And these radio motors have been doing some work, I feel like. Definitely killed off a Sherman. They've been targeting some crucial positions throughout the whole game. 13-11 for WF though for the first time in the game, so great for him there. But he only has 15 minutes left, and he's not looking particularly strong on the map either, so I feel like this is only temporarily. Big bombing run here by the Spavieros. Will still get out, I have to imagine. Bofors, I mean, there's only 2 now, and they're still at no vets, so Spitfire takes some fire by the 20 mils there, still gets the bombs off. Fails to kill though once again. WF targeting the 20 mils here. Down south, WF has the forest, but he cannot really go any further than that because once again he's lost all the armor and support weapons to follow up with that push. There's another Sherman coming in. At least now it's protected by Bofors, and the Bofors should be in a safe position. So I have to hope this is not dying. Was 14-10 once again for WF, so it looks like he's working his way back in. Definitely impressive to see that. Pini forced off here, M15. Piat misses. Very, very unlucky. This Piat here is now at a range where he can actually safely engage the Pioneer, especially with the help of the Kangaroo. Kangaroo has to be careful though because of the M15 and the auto blinder. Kinda missed that, but looks like WF has done some counter battery fire there. Which is definitely nice to see. I feel like they have done some work, so maybe should have, targeted them earlier, but I'm not 100% sure. Another Bofors died, I don't know to what, and this one is pinned by the mortar, so currently no functioning AA up north, and I don't know how many he has left. There were 8 in total. We've seen 2 die down south, we've seen 3 die up north, so that's 5, right? Yeah. Plus that one, 6, 7, there's 1 left. And I mean, that's a lot of points that he wasted there in AA. And it once again, it hasn't done anything. Like, I feel like if... Okay, he has killed 1 J87. Okay, I give him that. But I feel like if he had not bought AA, it wouldn't have gotten that much worse. Because Koenig is already using all that he has anyway, the air tap. But he could have, made sure that the AA first of all stays alive, and secondly gets a nice veterancy so that he can actually really stop planes and shoot them down ideally as well. Because Koenig has been relying on his airplane quite a bit. He has shown some fantastic micro and macro strategy on the ground as well. Like, I'm not denying that. Koenig has done a fantastic job, but the Air Force has helped him tremendously, especially against the armor, because once again, he doesn't have that many good responses to WF's armor. Pioneer here spotted out, not Pioneer, Kangaroo Rifle here spotted out by the auto blinder. Will be pinned. This one's pinned, so this flag will probably flip back now. There's still a blob here that can do something. I don't know what the smoke is supposed to do. I have to imagine it's coming from Koenig for his Pioneer to move in. Oh, 75 mil. Covering this reinforcement road. Another bombing run coming in, another J87 coming in. I kind of failed to see what he killed. If he killed anything. Down south, we do see another bombing run. Kangaroo rifles are in the Pioneer suppressor. He can move forward and pin it now, surrender it now. Now is a chance because this will win against anything that's here in the forest other than the Pioneer. So once the Pioneer is dealt with, the Kangaroo rifle should absolutely shred here. Before that, WF's going to struggle. Relentless will definitely be a help there as well, but they will still lose against the Pioneer. Not 2-on-1 though. Mortar's now focusing the Bofors. Bofors probably going to get... I have to match it. Still alive? Wow. Still alive. 105 now going after the mortar. Yeah, I feel like this should have happened earlier. I mean, it looks like it has happened, but without much success. I guess because it was also no radio. It was once again the only radio that WF has. He has the artillery leader, but we haven't seen that. It's also quite expensive. But he only had the leader Shermans, and they were killed off very quickly by Koenig. So Pioneer is still alive, 75 mil, finding some rifles Pierre to poke on. Pre-CD is in danger. 75 mil can kill that. It hasn't noticed. Currently going after this armor here. Misses though. Kangaroo rifles against Alpini, easy win for the Kangaroo rifles. Rifles Piat should be in a good spot here as well to kill off the auto blind if it stays this close to the forest. Still 13-11 for Koenig though, so very, very impressive play there. I mean, he has managed to recapture this with his Pioneer and some smoke, and now he's recapturing this one after the Kangaroo rifles were suppressed by the bombs. And yeah, he's still holding down south. Infantry here was cleared off. Autoplane is still here. That can be annoying because he can't get into the back lines. This is really bad. Pioneer here in the wrong spot, needs to move forward. 90 mil finding some Kangaroo rifles. Kangaroo rifles should not get through this open. Machine gun certainly helps. Kangaroo rifle now moving forward together with the field engineer. So it looks like WF's probably going to be able to re-grab this flag. Up north, we do see the next wave of planes come in, and there's only one Bofors here now. So AA is very thin. Centauro is in as well. I'm not sure if for strafing or just to bait fire or to intercept Spitfires trying to intercept this. J87 kills the Sherman. The last, I think this is the last. If I count it correctly, this should be the last one. Last Bofors is coming in a little bit too late though. Spitfire is gonna get on the back of Spaviero, fails to kill it though. Centauro might actually get on the back of the Spitfire. No, I don't think so. Spitfire might kill it though. Down the Centauro goes. Well, it's a little bit too late for WF to get back with his airplay. This flag falling now, giving Koenig the 15-9 now with this flag as well. And I don't think that WF can actually stop the bleed in time. Like, he might be able to re-grab these two, but this is already a stretch at this point. Like, this one not, but that one very, very hard. And I don't see where else he's going to grab a flag. He might get this one, but the Pioneer, not 3-on-1, the two engineers and their King rifle should definitely win. And then he has that one, but what now? What next? Like, there's no reinforcements coming in to secure this flag. And this one is a little bit more difficult with all the weapons here supporting that push. Kangaroo rifles in town. And, yeah, I mean, Koenig is looking pretty strong still, and WF is looking very thin. Like, look at how little's on the map on his side. And, yeah. There we go. Koenig takes the win after 42 minutes and 29 seconds. Stat-wise, Koenig has lost quite a bit as well. And, I mean, we've seen that. So, the WF has not traded that poorly, but still 1600 points difference is significant, and we've seen that in the end for sure. Has been quite a slaughter though, so both sides lost a lot of units. I mean, yeah, at first you can see it right here, like Koenig dominated the entire early part of the game. Like, there's so much blue here and not that much red. Like, especially here, it's like almost a minute where Koenig just killed, and after that it was kind of mixed still. And there's more blue, more blue, more blue. And then it kind of turned for WF, but he kind of, yeah, from that point it just kept bouncing back and forth. But the problem was at this point Koenig has already had a better position. He has had some very significant kills here. It's just some patches where he dominates once again. And if you look at the kills, I mean, on WF sides, there's not much that did actually specifically good. Like very good. Like the mosquito killed some units and this definitely helped, but the Sherman as well. I killed so many light armored vehicles. The priest did well actually. Okay, it's actually a few units. Sherman as well. Yeah, I mean the Shermans did the work. Problem is they kept dying. Now, if you're gonna look at Koenig, I have to imagine there's probably some units, especially the JU-87, that did actually very very well. So Pioneer, of course, but these are all cheap units, so not that surprising. Yeah, look at that. Look at that thing go. One Sherman, two Shermans, three Shermans, four Shermans, five Shermans. So that's 400 points. And then you add some kangaroos and a priest on top of it. Like this thing did the work. Panzerschrecks were also quite effective as well. And already paid itself off, even killing a Piat. Oh no, that's a Steward. This one killed the Piat, and the Sherman, and the Staghound, and the Steward, and the Kangaroo. There's so much value that WF just lost to pretty much anything that's AT capability, right? Yeah, they cannot. This thing killed some units as well. The Obiche. Yeah, look at that. I mean, Pioneer, that was to be expected. Like, it's not really surprising. But yeah, you can just kind of look how many Shermans actually got killed off by planes, by AT guns, by Panzerschrecks, and this is really what makes the difference. I feel like, yeah, two Shermans once again. This one killed another Sherman and some kangaroos. Yeah, I guess WF, I mean, the armor would have been a massive advantage for him, but he didn't protect it well enough, and he paid for it. He also was really, really careless with his AA guns, and he paid for that for sure. But yeah, great game to both players. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day. See you in the next one.